say how it is. I know your anger, I know your dreams. I've been everything you wanna be.
America, what's happening? I know you thought you wouldn't hear from me after that week 1 loss to Jam Loves the WNBA, but I'm still here and I am still proclaiming my greatness. If you will look, after that beating, Brandon Jacobs, gone. Players, gone. I don't mess around. I am here to win this league. Chase, I will give you ups on the win. Your guys had a phenomenal week. My guys had a subpar week. But know this, we're not in a sprint. We're in a marathon. And not many of you boys are 60-minute men. And you know what I'm talking about. Now, week 2, I've got Tatanka, the squatting dog, sitting bull. I'm driving all the way up. I'm finding a tribe called Slap-a-Ho. And I'm going to find Tatanka. And I'm going to bury you in week 2. Because you see, I am still just very upset after my loss. I planned on going undefeated to secure my greatness in the Flair for the Gold Fantasy Football League. See, I brag and I boast, and I like my butter with cinnamon toast. I am the all-time great. But I will say this, Tatanka, you want to step out of my shadow, be your own man. I can tell you what, son, after this beating you're about to take, you're going to want to run from my shadow. You're going to want to get as far away from me as you possibly can. Because I'm going to beat you. And I will probably name you Toby. Or maybe even Kunta Kinte. Because I am that upset. But I've got one more thing to say. Tonight is very short because I am just utterly appalled at my last week. But I do want to say this. Stud Stable, you were once the premier, the trendsetter, the one who made things roll. But now you are a 9-minute documentary of boredom. You get a video about a kicker? Nobody cares. Why don't you go back to your roots? Why don't you cut some promos that actually mean something? Nobody cares about your little 9-minute promo about a kicker. My phone rang off the hook. Icon, we're glad you do great press conferences. We're glad you do this. We're glad you entertain the fans. Because the Stud Stable has really let us down. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the Flair for the Gold, I promise you this. Next week, after my week 2 victory, you will see something never before seen in the Flair for the Gold Fantasy Football League. It is so big. I mean, the words cannot entail what's going to happen here. I know you guys like to cut off the videos and just listen to them as you play it on your Facebook, but I guarantee you this. Tune in next week. The Icon's going to have his 10 pounds of gold. I'm going to meet the UGG Forcer. And we're going to cut a promo like no one's ever seen before. So ladies and gentlemen, be ready. Because the Icon is about to take this thing to a whole nother level. And yes indeed, I still got my 10 pounds of gold.